Hello and welcome to a new KSAT Money Q&A. I'm Ivan Herrera, and today I'm joined by Heather Hanson, president of BioMedSA. Heather, thank you for joining me today.
Hello, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Now, today we're going to be discussing BioFest and how bioscience and life sciences are major pillars in the San Antonio regional economy. First, can you tell me a little bit about BioMedSA and its role in this industry?
Sure. BioMedSA is a nonprofit that was established in 2005 with a mission to grow the healthcare and bioscience sector here in San Antonio and the surrounding region. And we do this by being a neutral convener. We can pull together companies to do a lot of different things to get to know each other. We don't conduct research or rent lab space out or any of those things. So we can bring people together to connect them to the resources they need. We also accomplish our mission by promoting the region and the assets that are here. We create actions for growth that benefit not only this industry, but the community at large. And then we really work with companies to make sure their needs are being met. And again, doing those connections to help companies be able to grow faster here in San Antonio.
Now, one of the biggest hurdles for companies in any industry is access to capital. What are some of the roadblocks that entrepreneurs might run into when starting a business in the bioscience industry?
Well, the bioscience industry, a lot of people see it as being similar to the tech industry, but it actually is quite a bit different because there is such a dependence on the medical care piece at the end of it and the science leading up to whatever the technology is. So a lot of the hurdles that people face in getting investment capital relate to those two things. Is the technology going to be safe and effective? And to what level have you proven that already? And then you get into the patient care and the market perspective. Marketing, everybody has to, prove that they have a market. But when it comes to clinical care, the market gets a little muddier because not only does there have to be a market for the disease or the whatever the medical issue is, but the product also has to be usable in that application. If it takes a doctor, for example, an extra 30 minutes to use this technology to accomplish a procedure when they can do it now in 10 minutes, well, the device probably isn't going to get adopted. And so investors are looking for those two areas to be proven out ahead of time. Often that comes into non-dilutive funding or grants to prove that out. Also, a lot more of that angel investor money up front in order to conduct some of those experiments and talk to the clinicians.
So now tell me a little bit about BioFest Invest pitch competition, which is coming up on April 19th. How does it help entrepreneurs in the bioscience industry, as well as what are the prizes for those who win?
Yeah, the event has multiple objectives with it. Underlying the event is also promoting the companies that are here, the activity going on in the largest economic sector of San Antonio, which is healthcare and bioscience. But for the companies that are attending, we are looking to connect them with resources that can help them. So doing that science piece as well as the clinical interaction piece, making those connections for the companies that attend through an expo area where they can walk up to booths and learn about different resources that are available. We also want to connect them with potential investors. Obviously, that's a key point of why they're coming to the event. We also have the pitch competition, which is open to startups in life science across the state of Texas, because again, we're bringing that focus to San Antonio and Texas for the great work that's being done in this area. With the pitch competition, we have 14 companies that are pitching. About half of them are from San Antonio and half are from elsewhere in the state. And all of the pitch companies that are accepted have received free pitch training, 2 different sessions by 2 different organizations for that. And they've also received some coaching on small business grants in life science, particular to their individual companies and products. So all of them get that. The winner of BioFest Invest will get $10,000 in cash. And we'll also get a prize package shared with the runner-up of consulting services. So these are the things like more consulting on non-dilutive funding or the grants, marketing consulting, all sorts of different patent consulting, different things that are relevant to the life science industry as they're developing their products, as well as a free stay for 2 at a local hotel.
How does a competition like this benefit the bioscience industry in San Antonio and our local economy?
Yeah, well, of course, there's people traveling in. There's investors are coming from all over the country, so there's the travel expenditures associated with that. But way more important than all of that is the visibility nationally as well as locally and in the state level of what's going on here in San Antonio with respect to bioscience. Additionally, as part of BioFest Week, we have prior to BioFest Invest, we have BioFest tours where we are chartering a bus and driving participants around to some key assets in the region so they can see firsthand what the companies are doing in the labs and the services available to, again, bringing that attention to our area because it is so important for this economy.
I love the tours aspect. That sounds really fun, actually. What are some of the other things that people can expect to see during BioFest Week? I know that there's a lot going on, so just break it down a little bit more.
Yeah. So with BioFest Invest and the tours together, it's really giving people an opportunity to back up what they've heard about in experiential opportunities in person within the region. So we're pretty excited about it.
So tell me a little bit about the impact economically that you've seen from previous BioFest events.
Yeah, so far we have received $1.4 million in investments coming to San Antonio companies. And those particular companies that resulted in over 20 jobs staying in San Antonio. So that is really exciting as we look to grow this region. And if we take a deeper dive into last year's winner of BioFest Invest, company here in San Antonio called Novothelium, in addition to the prize money that enabled them to perform their preclinical testing, through the event and the visibility they had, they were able to connect with an entity here locally to do their preclinical testing instead of sending it out to a company in Maryland as they had planned. They also connected with a local company to get some lab access because they didn't have physical lab space. And that company is also going to be manufacturing their product. So these connections they made through this event have made a huge impact in the viability of their company and how they're moving forward.
Where can people find more information about these and future events through BioMedSA?
Yeah, so it's real easy to go to our website, biomedsa.org. We also post a lot of information about the ecosystem as well as events going on in the entire region on our website, as well as LinkedIn and Twitter. We also have some stuff on Facebook, but there are a lot of events coming up through BioMedSA and making a lot of these connections, as well as the community. Our next big event is our Innovation Award in the fall, where we will be awarding an innovator in healthcare and bioscience who has come up with some amazing things. So stay tuned to hear about that.
Heather Hanson with BioMedSA, thank you so much for joining me on this KSAT Money Q&A. Have a wonderful day.